Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to talk of FFBE War of the Visions. You seriously don't know how long it took me to sync up that opening with Lorenzo's face, which actually I don't think it worked out too well. Anyhow, if you're here, maybe you want to know about War of the Visions. Maybe we want to know about what's it like? Is it fun? How do I start? How do I not get overwhelmed? Well, hey, we have all the answers for you. Well, maybe not. But in any case, usually I like to start out with a story, but I'm going to put that story on hold. I'm going to tell that at the end because maybe you really need some help and you really think I can help you. Joke's on you. But anyhow, thanks for coming and showing up anyhow. And I'm not going to be so nice next time. I'm going to start out my videos with this story, so you've been warned. But hey, looking at this home screen, it's extremely overwhelming. I totally agree with you. Look at all those things. There's like little tasky things everywhere. Little things that like, what does that mean? What is that? I don't understand that. And you know what? The most overwhelming thing for me when starting a new game is learning the game's language. I really find it to be an intimidating task. But so I'm going to share my 3-step process. Well, and that's only because I'm on day 3. It might grow into like a 7-day. It might grow into a 48-day process. But right now it's a 3-day process because I'm on day 3 of playing War of the Visions. So I'll let you know what's worked for me. And maybe if you're anything like me, this will resonate and help you out. So day 1. Wow. So much to see. The screen's crazy. There's a lot of things actually on day 1 that you can't access. They block them out. But I would rather almost them take them off the screen than shadow them because even having them there was a little bit jarring. It was like, what? Like, what is all this stuff? I'm going to have to learn this. And I don't know, maybe you did play FFBE, maybe you didn't. But I was like thinking to myself, like, am I ever going to be this familiar with War of the Visions? Or as familiar as I am with FFBE? It was a big question I had, so I don't know. I can't answer that yet, but I do feel good about it on day 3. So day 1, what do? I say you do that. You do that thing that everybody seems to want to do, and it's called a reroll. If you don't know how to do that, then I'm sorry you're learning it from me. Sucks for you, but I think. The basics of it is that you open up the app, register as a guest, you go through a couple scenes of tutorial, you finally get a chance to get the heck out of there and go do a summon. You do your first free summon, a 10+1, and you hope that you get Mediana, that mage that everybody wants. Now, if you don't get her, maybe get Ayaka. Never say these names. And if you don't get her, maybe you get Ziza. I got Ziza. And it's whatever, and then you decide, like, do I like this or do I not like this? And so then you decide, like, am I gonna roll 200 times to try to get that mage that everybody wants? And like, FYI, everybody I know has her. I don't have her. I'm not jealous at all. But you can still play without her. Well, I don't know if you'll win because I'm only on day 3, but I'm not playing with her, and look how cool I am. And now after you do the reroll, and after you are like, wow, I like this account, this is who I'm sticking with. And by the way, there is another 10+1 you'll have access to after doing the beginner's tutorial, and as well as just some extra visual. From a few story events, so you'll get a chance to do like that first step up, a couple steps on that. So that's also a place where you might want to check out and see what units you get before deciding, do I stick with this account or do I reroll? So now that we've gotten past that, and established the fact that I do not have Mediana, we will move forward. And the next thing I want you to know is that in the bottom left of the screen, look at this. You can change your home unit. I think that's really cool. So, otherwise you're looking at Mont's face. Here's my crew. Look at all those fine folk. Real fine folk. Oh, and by the way, I've got a filter on. This is only showing my MR and UR, which an FFBE talk is 4-star and 5-star units. So you can choose which one you want to put up there. I chose Lorenzo. He's a dragoon, and he's doing pretty well for me. And look, he's so friendly. His big smile on his face. I love it. So go ahead and change that. That's something that you can do on day one that makes you feel like you're taking control of your account. So, you know, power to the people and you know, all that. All right, so after that, I just cranked story and story and story some more. And for me, if I'm going to invest in a game, invest time in a game, then it needs to be worth my while. I am a story, like that's how you're gonna rope me in. Story, characters. Once you got me, once you got your hooks in me, you might have me for life. So that's where I went. I just did story after story after story mission and got to know these people. It's a little funny. I mean, you have some names like Moshari and Old King Leonis. Oh, sorry. Ilda King Leonis. And like, you know, he's got this son that he never lets go to battle, and the son's like super angry about it, and his name is Stern. So that was, you know, that was a little silly. But hey, I'm good with it. Let's go. Let's get past that. Like, it's not, you know, not worth talking about. Okay. But enjoyed it. Like, I was really getting into the stories and these characters. Really love Moshari, and would love to see exactly where this story is going to take her. And so, yeah, my first impressions included just, wow, graphics, the art style, the characters, the music, all of this was very, very enjoyable, very beautiful. So that was, easy off the get-go. So that was my day one. I did the beginner's hall. It's 14 quests of absolute boredom. Sorry. But, yeah, and even as you do the story quests, man, Ramada, she keeps chit-chatting at you like nobody's business. And maybe that's good for you. Maybe she's got she does have a lot of useful information. For me, it was just like absolutely overwhelming. I was like, stop talking to me. I just want to do the story and find out if I like this or not. And I just don't learn that way. So, hey, we're all different. Maybe you loved everything she had to say. But, that's just like, those are just a couple hurdles that you have to get through on day one. But if you do that beginner's quest and you get that 10+1 at the end, you'll be happy for it. Plus, they give you a lot of good info about battles and, you know, kind of the tactics used in the battle system. So it's good to know. It's good to do. You know, just be warned that it might put you to sleep. So don't do it. Don't do it late at night or after a few drinks. Maybe I'm speaking from experience. Maybe I'm not. All right. Now, day two. Day two looked like this. I did the story some more. And then I was like, wow, I'm feeling super adventurous. I'm going to go look at that Esper's menu. Crazy, right? Let's get crazy. Let's get crazy and look at the Esper's menu. So I clicked on it, and here they are. Again, this is my MR and UR Espers. But I had Gollum, which was cool. And I was like, okay, let's just click on things and see if we can figure out what's happening. And then I was like, okay, orange Magicite. I've seen that before. Orange Magicite medium. Okay, orange Magicite large. Orange Magicite extra large. Okay, that looks a lot like, you know, super sites, mega sites, etc. You know, stuff from FFBE. And again, if you didn't play that game, basically different levels of currency that can help enhance your Esper. So obviously this guy is gonna enhance him in the least possible way. This guy a little bit more. Oh, look, we just leveled him up there. You know, just took him up a couple levels. All right, let's go take him up some more. Okay, all right, it's great. All right, so I did a little bit of that, and I was like, wow, I'm rocking this game. Oh, get it? Because he's, you know, Gollum. Just kidding, that was not planned. Ugh. And then I was like, okay, Esper training board. And actually those, you know, I should say, let's go back. See that like red exclamation point? these are super helpful because they tell you when like, hey, go look at this, like there might be something for you to do there. So Esper training board. All right, so I've got 11 SP points. Now, sure, I'm sure there's some absolutely meta version of this board that you would like to follow, and I'm sure there's guides out there for that. And if you want to go look them up, be my guest. I'm just going to show you how to do it because I don't really freaking care about that. Shh, sorry. Okay, maybe. Okay, how many people left? Are you still here? Okay. So I'm going to say, hey, let's get some pierce resistance. I don't want to be pierced. That's horrible. So let's unlock that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, just like a normal leveling up grid that you might see on many games. All right. So we just did that and we felt so cool and accomplished. All right. And then I was like, well, if I can do that, I can do Fission Cards. Easy. So I clicked on Fission Cards and I was like, what is going on? Again, this is my MR and UR cards. And I was like, wow, actually this card, I love it. Because actually, look what it does. Okay, so the bestowed effects, this is the person that is equipping this card. Like, you know, they've got it on the body, on the person. It's going to give them earth attack resistance +2. The bigger reward is what's below, party ability. Everyone in the party, while somebody has this equipped, is going to get max hit points +7%. I was like, yes, for real, this is what I'm about. So I put that bad boy on, and I started like playing around with enhancing it. So like clicking on enhancement. All right, let's do this a couple times, I guess. You know, we don't want to go crazy. You never know. You might run out of things. But okay, cool. Let's do that. Sweet, I leveled up. Wow. So I was just clicking around and then like getting rewarded. Awakening, oh, we can't afford that yet, okay. And so then I just go back, blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to dive in too hard. I wanted to click on things and just be like, wow, okay, I did that. Okay, I'm playing. And then what else did I do on day 2? Oh, I looked at my companions and that was interesting. So I had a couple friend requests because, hey, I happen to be running a YouTube channel. I don't know if you noticed, but, got some people talking to me in Discord, and so we coordinated and we became friends on this game. So, you know, but maybe it's harder for you. Maybe you just have to send out random friend requests. That's cool. It's fine. You can also friend me. I'm around. I'm a good friend. So once you do that, you can go into your formation, and we all like to be a good friend, right? Hopefully like to be a good friend. And see, this right now is just my party. This is the party that I'm picking on battles or quests or whatever. Let's be better than that. Let's go click over here on companion settings. And let's be like, wow, I want to give my friends the best experience ever. So you have your all on the far, far left. You'll see I've got my Lorenzo there. And I just like him. I think he's a cool cat. So I put him in my all position. I might change that up sometime, you know. But they give you a place for each of these elements, which is really cool. You can set a ton of companions. And what I've kind of found when I take a companion along is that it's not like FFBE where there's like some downtime before you can bring them again. It seems like you can just bring them again, like right away. So that's a little bit different. So fill in, you know, maybe if you have Midiana, you would put her in that spot under the blizzard. I don't have her. I don't know if you knew I didn't have her, but if you didn't know I didn't have her, I don't have her. So I couldn't put her there. So that's empty right now. But I've got other people. This chick over here is a cleric. The one under that green thing. What does that stand for? Wind, I suppose. Anyhow. So and then that katana guy. I've actually never used him, but he was under the lightning thing, and I thought, why not? Let's just throw him up there. And I do have Sweet Fina from FFBE, and that's my Aziza. And like I said, that was the UR that I was able to pull straight off, and she's been doing great for me. I really like her because she can move super far. Let's put her on the screen. Let's give her a moment. She can move really far. And that for me is huge in tactical games. I get super annoyed by armor units that can only move a couple spots because like here you are, like everyone's rushing into battle, and as strong as they maybe are, if they're just sitting there like barely climbing the mountain, what good is that going to do you? So sure, there's like absolutely a time and a place for them, but they can be super frustrating as well. So she can move very far. She's a monk, and she's been doing great for me. So I've been a big fan. Fina is great. She's got that long range archery element, which is awesome. Lorenzo, he's my dragoon. He's jumping all over people's heads. Sweet. This chick is a cleric. And then I've got Ilda man, Leonis. And he's kind of like that guy that I was just talking about, you know, slower to move, but has got some great offensive skills. So we keep him around. And actually, I think I just added a counterattack to him, which is a beautiful move. That's one of my favorite moves in tactical games because it just makes me so happy to see. So that's a bit what I did on turn 2, or turn 2, sorry, day 2. What else? Let's see. Then I moved on to day 3, which was today. And today I didn't do a bunch of story, actually. Today I was more focused on, well, last night before I went to bed, I built a guild, which, you know, basically means that I surrender all my resources for the sake of everybody else out there. So be careful. You can only build a guild once you're on rank 10. Or maybe even join a guild. I'm not even sure. But yeah, I think it's on rank 10. The chick comes out to talk to you about guilds. And so I built one. And, you know, hey, I'll be everyone's mom. Fine. I'll, you know, dump. That's why I have no visior. I don't have any because I'm spending it all in the damn guild. But I like to take care of people. So whatever. Join our guild is called Gray Skull. Apropos. Feel free to join if you're cool and you're gonna keep playing, and you know, because I will cut you. I will cut you off if you're not active. Don't think I won't. But everyone's welcome, and it's just, man, it's expensive. Only do it if you're like, if you plan to be everyone's mom. So that's what I'm doing. I built the guild. I did that last night, and then today I kind of looked into it more and realized that I made kind of some silly first choices about dumping my resources into certain things. But hey, it's all on you as well. What else did I do? Oh, I was farming a lot. So I went back to a lot of the story missions. I'll just show you. And so all these missions that I've cleared, I don't want any spoilers here, but as you look at them, you know, they give you a list. You tap the magnifying glass. It tells you, just like in FFBE, you know, what to do in order to get the rewards, which obtainable items can be found, especially good to know if you're farming. So I was farming for a particular item today, and it was good to know which story missions could give that item to me and which couldn't. So I wasn't wasting my time. But I had a lot that were incomplete. I had cleared them, but they were incomplete. So today I went through just to kind of level my characters up and kind of farm a little bit, just take a second, take a step back. So that's what I did today on day 3. And that worked really well. I'll get off the screen real quick so there's no spoilers for anybody. And then I also, from the farming, the thing that I was actually trying to accomplish was to get enough items to craft an equipment item. Okay, so this is the bingo board. Once you do all of these quests on this bingo board, and the last thing I had was craft an equipment item because I could just not get enough of the bizarre currencies to actually do that. Look, up in that top right, this one right here, 8 bingo prize. You get a MR plus guaranteed unit summon ticket. So that's like a 4-star EX ticket, or no, sorry, a 4-star EX or a guaranteed 4-star ticket in FFBE. So I wanted that bingo prize for sure, right? So this is the last thing I have to do, and so I'll show you. And what's cool about it is, like, yeah, see those challengement, you get that exclamation point. It tells you what you need to do. So I got to go do that. Okay, let's go do it. Let's go challenge. Let's go craft something. So these are the 2 items. We're not going to look at them right now. See the exclamation point? We're going to look at crafting. As long as you follow the exclamation point, you'll be good. So iron helm, I have the recipe for that. The difference with recipes in this game is once you use it, it's gone. So you've got to go get that recipe again if you want to make another iron helm. We're going to make an iron helm today because I finally got enough of these murky fluids. Now, why 10 murky fluids is used to build an iron helm, I don't know. And you know what? I don't need to know. So don't ask me. We just collected them. We just did what we were told. So we got that. We got the helmet recipe. Now we're gonna craft it. Yeah, craft it because I want to finish my bingo card. Sweet! I crafted an item. This is the first item I've crafted except for what Ramada made me craft, which was something dumb. Sorry, Ramada. You're probably a nice lady. Alright, so we did that. We don't even care to look at it right now. I'll assign that equipment to one of my people later. Each unit can equip 1 item and then also a vision card. So maybe somebody wants that helmet. We'll look at that later. I certainly don't care. I just want this guy, that bingo ticket. So get off of that. Do I have it? What's going on? Alright, so I didn't realize I had actually to click on these things to get the rewards. So that's why I am wondering where my prizes are. Alright, bingo! Look at all these things I'm getting. Yeah. Right? Finally. Alright, so that was a bit silly. Took us a while to figure that out. But see, that's what it is, like with a new game. You just have to kind of... you gotta just press on things. Right? Just press on things. It'll work out, I promise. Alright, so we got that. Let's go look at the summon now, again. Alright, so ticket summon. Alright, there it is. We got a normal ticket. Yeah, just a normal ticket. We're gonna go see how this goes. I want to share this on the screen. It's kind of cool. Let's do it. All right, big money, no whammies. So this is cool because it kind of gives you a preview. Oh, okay, so see how I hit all gold right there? I know I'm at least gonna get a gold. So it's kind of like this like sneaky little preview as to like what you're gonna get. So let's see if it changes. No, it didn't change, but hey, there's another Fina. That's more shards. In this game, you can't have a dupe unit. So if you pull a dupe, which I just pulled a dupe Fina, you get materials in which to upgrade your current unit. So it's actually, you know, that's the joy in pulling a dupe, is that, you know, you can feed all of that into your current unit. So let's go to Fina. Let's take that stuff that we just got and so that's the point of that. So day 3, yeah, I did the farming. I got my bingo. I got my ticket. I went and used that. Look up here in the top right. I was like, oh, okay. So Shadowbringers is an event quest. Let's get super gutsy. Let's go look at it. I did the easy quest, which is this one on the bottom. You can do it once a day. And then this one, oof, I've only done the first 2 so far because the next one, the one on the top, recommends you be at a unit level 20 with a job level 4, which I'm not quite there yet. So I'm chickening out for now. But I looked at it, which made me feel super productive. And then what else did I do? Like I said, I just went back to completing story missions. And then just like chatting with people about the game. So, and that was helpful too, to kind of figure out where, you know, what everybody was thinking and what they've been doing. There's a ton of things going on here. The duel is like an arena thing. So the guild, I mean, if you want to join a guild, that's an option. There's an extra little thing in there where, you know, you can do some basically auto fights. Oh, and I should mention actual battles. You can put those on auto too, which is different than the FFBE auto. In FFBE, it just meant that like everybody fought using an attack mode. In this one, it's AI, so, you know, it isn't pretty. Some people really object to the way Stola is handled by the AI, and, you know, that's fine, but you can, the auto option is there, so that's good for farming. And also for people who don't want to, like, you know, tactically address every battle, I, as Lorenzo tones to you, actually do enjoy the battles. So far I have only done a few things on auto, especially when I didn't know how to acquire a chest. It was really annoying. It was like in day one, where I was like, how do you open a chest? I don't get it. Like, I get next to a chest and it won't let me open it. So I kept, like, every time I got next to a chest, I kept putting it, the game on auto so that it would automatically grab the chest for me. And then I would take it off auto and then start attacking again. So, you know, that's kind of, you know, those things happen to me. Anyway, but my advice, hey, we went through a couple things. These were my first 3 days. Absolutely not covering everything that is in this game because it's too much and I don't even want to think about all of it right now. I'll be super, super honest. But if this is something that looks interesting to you, my advice is to set all of this aside and to just target the story. Target the story, get to know the characters, decide if that part of it is worth it to you, is interesting enough, if it hooks you. And then once you have kind of become acquainted in that, venture out into some of these other menus, because there's a lot of menus. And remember, like, what was it like when you started a brand new game, whether it was FFBE, another mobile game, or another console game that you knew nothing about? It's always a little bit overwhelming in the beginning. But if you just, like, hang back for a second and don't feel like you have to jump into everything and know everything about everything and care, like, about what the yarn balls will do, you can just sit tight and become acquainted. And don't spend everything also, because you don't want to, like, muck it up with those resources. Man, when I started FFBE, I was using my lapis to continue battles. Super foolish. To what else? Restore my energy. Dumb. To just, like, you know, I was not using it to summon. Absolutely not. To expand my slots. So all sorts of things. And actually it was funny talking to other friends in the Discord about the same kind of a thing. So, you know, I'm trying to be smarter and not squander my resources, except for all y'all that are my children in my guild. But, you know, don't fall for the rumors either. There's a lot of rumors out there. Like, I've heard that some rumor, like, you know, if you cast Blizzard on the tree in that one story mission, you know, like, it's a secret mission, you get a 10+1. Dude, it's not true. Don't fall for it. So, you know, be smart. Don't be a dummy. But overall, you know, take it slowly. It's okay to take it slowly. It's okay to level your people up slowly. Nobody says you have to be like the super most meta player yet, you know, imaginable. So where am I on time? Wow, I'm super, yikes. All right, sorry guys. I'm sorry you've been, like, staring at my Lorenzo, doing his thing. Sorry, I'm so stupid and boring. But, the thing I will leave you with is my dumb story from today. Last week, the big issue was that I went to the store and I thought I was making a joke and I scared all the grocers away, which is not something you want to do because they're doing a super, super important job, an essential job. And so I was horrified by it. It was terrible. So last time I went to the grocery store, I was very, very cautious. I made sure that I was just smiley and thankful. I didn't say a lot of words. I was just, and I probably said sorry like 150 times. It was all about just, like, just being just the nicest, most genteel person you could possibly imagine. And then today, I guess I felt like I did such a good job. Actually, while I'm telling the story, let's go look at my units, just because, like, it was more interesting than just listening to me talk, right? We'll put them in 3D. We were talking about today how these 3D versions are kind of cool, kind of creepy. What I was trying to say is that I think I just kind of thought that because I did such a good job at the grocery store, that this would be, you know, like I'm fine now. So what happened was I was looking for my Dr. Pepper 10, which is my de facto afternoon drink, and I haven't been able to find it. So I was going down the aisle, and a grocery store worker was stocking the soda aisle, and was like, hey, do you need me to move out of the way? And I was like, no, absolutely not. Like, you're totally fine. I'm just peeking to see what you have. And I was like, rats. Like, just so happens that everyone's snatching at my favorite drink. And he was like, well, what is it? And I was like, Dr. Pepper 10. He was like, oh, yeah, don't say that. And I was like, yeah, me either. But thank you anyway. You know, make sure, I can't even look at this. You know, I love Ziza, but she's super distracting with all her bouncing. Let's move on to Smileys. So anyhow, moved on to another aisle, later in my shopping trip, and he was there again. He was there stocking that aisle. And so, you know, of course saying like, you know, do you need me to move again? And I was like, no, like, just grabbing a couple things. I'm like, sorry, I'm stalking you. And then I move on. Well, I check out. I head out to the car, and I am putting the cart back after loading up my trunk, and he's walking out of the store, and he's like, hey, and I'm thinking like, oh, did I like leave something in the store? Did I forget to take a bag out? Like, what happened? He was like, hey, do you Snapchat? I was like, what? I'm like, no, I don't Snapchat. I don't have that. I have like absolute zero. Like, my only social media is like YouTube. And he was like, do you Facebook? I was like, no. And I realized like what's going on. And I should have been like, no, but I play FFBE War of the Visions, and I've got a guild. Would you like to join my guild? That's what I should have said. I didn't say it. I would have taken care of him like a mom, like I'm taking care of all of you. But man. So hey, telling somebody you're stalking them, apparently it's not a good thing to say. And you know, be nice to your grocery store workers, but don't convey that you know, don't convey an attitude in which they interpret it as you're flirting with them, because that's not good for them either. These guys are overworked. They're stressed out. They don't need this right now. So just one more thing for me to feel bad about. And yeah, I would never tell this story except for all of my other grocery store experience stories. But I just had to say, be very careful. These guys are tired, and they're working so hard, and we are all reaping the benefits of that hard work, because we can find the things that we need. So be careful, be gentle with their hearts, and maybe just smile, but maybe not with eye contact. I don't know. Do what you need to do. But cheers to y'all out there, and let's go look. Okay, oh, there she is. There's the gal. There's the gal that the AI hates. And this guy I can't wait to try and use. I want to do something with him. Anybody play with him? Do you play with him at all? So that's all. So I think I've given you my best advice for War of the Visions, which is give it a chance. Give it a chance and give it some time. And nobody says that you have to play it all day or anything like that. But give it some chance. Sink your teeth into the story. See if it's worth it. And don't worry about all those menus and currencies. Don't waste resources, because that would be silly. But still, play around. You know, Chatterbox over here. Look at her, just waiting to tell you something that you don't want to hear. And anyhow, and if you want to add me as a friend, I'll put my ID in the comment section, as well as the link to Discord, so we can all talk about it. This guy, nobody wants this guy on their team. He's the worst. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he is. but I have zero interest in leveling him up. So now this guy on the other hand, I think is really cool. Okay, I need to stop talking. So tell me what you think. Are you liking this game so far? You think you'll give it a chance? You know, but I'm all interested in all the angles. So take care, and as always, cheers.